Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves to Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under, and today is Thursday, so that means we're keeping it simple sometimes, and this is a great way of attacking a layout and keeping it a simple project. This week we're pulling ephemera together along with buttons, and I'm showing you how this layout can be done very simply and looks so effective. So we're going to start, and the hardest part is going to be cutting the circles using a die cut. The rest is just from my ephemera that I've pulled out that I'm going to use on this page, and a selection of buttons which we all have lying around. So we're really keeping it very simple, but as you saw in the layout, it's going to look quite effective when it pulls together. Go through those buttons that you have, choose ones that match the photos and the colours, and you'll be surprised at what you can do. This here is just one of those zip strips, and it's going to become the title. I have another zip strip here to tie the colours in, and then I have this piece of paper which actually doesn't make it onto the layout, but I pulled it because it's the colours that I'm using, and I thought I was going to use it, but I actually end up not using it. I've got some white cardstock for my photo mounting, nice and simple. This paper here has this strip across the middle, and I'm going to use some of the blue. This striped paper I'm going to pull into it, as well as using up the back of it on that ombre there. I will put that zip strip away because I'll use it on another layout, and I'm going to all tie it together with this one background here. And it is the colours that come together from the photos. Now the photos are of my son. These were actually taken in 2020, just after a lockdown period for the first time of COVID. He had a photography assignment we had to do, and so we were out taking photos, and he was just standing on a log there, which was quite good with lots of textures. Now I've used the colours from these photos to draw my inspiration for my paper choices, and that's really important when you do a layout, and that keeps it very simple if you just use the colours in the photos to guide you. So I'm mounting the photo of him on the blue that I'm using as my feature, and the other two I'm using the white cardstock just to mount it. Now that's very simple 101 scrapbooking there. I'm taking the strip of this striped paper and I've cut it down to 11 by 5.5, and I'm going to put that into place. That other strip that you saw from the bubble type paper was that medium strip, and I'm layering it across here, and that's going to go there across the centre down in the bottom third of the page. So when I put my photos up and they go there, you can see that it all just marries nicely into the layout. So I have the circles that I die cut from that ombre left over of the striped paper, and I am tucking in a circle frame there, so I have my 3 circles building the visual triangle. So you'll notice throughout this layout that everything I refer to back is odds, and it's in that triangle set up by the photos and the circles. Now I want some of the brown because I do have the brown in the colour of the title strip that I'm going to use, and I also have it in my buttons and the stars that I'm going to incorporate with the ephemera, and it's also in the colours of the photo. So at first you think, why has she brought the brown in? But when you see it all together, you can see how they marry nicely. Now I'm layering the photos over the top of each other. That's a simple technique to get dimension and to make it stand out one on top of the other. But by doing the photos on top of the main photo, you can see it actually sets up a framing of him. I put these circles in behind, and that allows for the eye to be drawn around the photos, and the fact that one is open is another feature that just is an interest, but something that draws the eye down to the bottom corner of the layout. Now using the leftover of this paper, I'm cutting 3 fishtail banners, which I'm going to place strategically around, and that's just a simple snip of the scissors to create that fishtail effect, and it keeps some detail in the layout, but also adds a simple interest, and you can do that easily with any scrap of paper that you have. I'm tucking them at 3 points. As I said, the 3 points of interest, everything revolves around a 3-point triangle. I have one with the circles, and I now have one with the banners, creating that 3 points of interest. You can see that I trimmed down the zip strip at there with the title on it, and it's Dream Until Your Dreams Come True. And what I'm doing now is with the ephemera that I collected and their stars, because it's really hard with boys, scrapbooking ephemera and extra bits for boys once they reach a certain age disappears, and there's not that much around for masculine to be built into layouts for them, which is, you know, without going to plaids and straights and spots. It'd be really interesting to see ranges for the mid-teens to early 30s range for guys. Designers out there, that's something that we need. You can come and talk to me. I'm interested in that particular area, given that I have 2 young men in my family, and I'm struggle at times to find the right thing to include with their photos. So I'm just adding in the buttons here, as you see around these clusters, and it's nice and easy. I've added some string through the buttons just to dress them, so that adds more texture to your page. It's a simple way of adding texture by putting the thread through your buttons and tying a simple knot. I'm just writing in Owen at 18. He was 18 back then in 2020. And it's just a simple touch to the end of your layout, but adding that little bit of information for the person who's going to have a look at it. All right, so there you go. That is my simple layout. It looks really detailed, looks really effective, but you saw how simple it is to pull some pieces of ephemera, pull it together with some little printed squares that are off a scrap piece of paper that I've used in the past, some stars, some circles, and some buttons. And there's the 3 points of interest across that layout. So I hope that something here inspires you. I hope you give it a go. I hope you'll become brave and just try using different shapes out of the stuff that you have on your desk. And a lot of the stuff just lies around and we just keep pushing it to the side. You can see that simple papers of different brands, different series can come together if you focus on the colours in your photos, and that is the key of making a successful layout. Thanks for looking. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. As I said, hopefully something inspired you. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap, coming to you from the land down under. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Hopefully you will have a go at something. Hit the subscribe button so you can see next Thursday's simple layout. Leave me a comment. I love the feedback. It keeps me honest and it helps me to grow. Find me under Kathy Loves to Scrap on all my socials, including Instagram, where all my layouts end up, even those without a video. Thank you once again for watching. Happy scrapping. Until next time.